What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide, and I'm back with an insane birthday present to myself. So, just the way that, I get paid bi-weekly, so the way that my paychecks fell, I wasn't really able to buy myself anything for my birthday, and that's something that I wanted to do. So, I went down to Heroes, which is a comic book shop that I've been going to for absolutely probably like 25 years. I've been going to this place. So I was going there when they were at the old location, going there at the new location, watching the expansions, all that stuff. I highly recommend, if you're in southwestern Ontario, you get a chance, go to Heroes on Dundas, downtown London, Ontario. It's fucking awesome. And I'll be the first to admit, they had some stuff there that blew me the fuck away. 2 items in particular that I had to pick up. I've been looking for one of the items for years. The other one, you'll know why I love it when I show it off. But when I first got there, I was looking around, and, because I wanted to see if they had any like Pete Bag shit that that I was interested in, and they had some stuff. But what caught my eye was right to the left of the Pete Bag section is the Johnny Ryan section, and I looked, and I was like, no fucking way. They had Who Raped My Horse, they had Maniac Army, they had Wet Market 1 and 2, and it was like, holy fuck. But like the thing is, I had that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had all that Johnny Ryan shit in my hand, walking around the store with it until I discovered what I discovered. So, I also actually picked up a pad of watercolor paper. This is just 12 pages. Absolutely love drawing on this. The Strathmore 400 series, great fucking paper to draw on, man. Absolutely love it. But the books in question. Now, this one right here has been long out of print. It's still out of print. This is, I believe, from 1985. Frank Miller and Bill Sienkiewicz, Elektra Assassin. This is the trade paperback, collecting all 8 issues, explicit content. If you're a fan of Daredevil, if you're a fan of Frank Miller, so, Sin City, Hard Boiled with Jeff Darrow, he did Dark Knight Returns, he did 300. Frank Miller it has done tons of amazing projects that I love. Sin City is probably one of my favorite comics that he put out personally, but I've always wanted to read this, and I remember seeing this at Heroes years ago. It was a white hardcover. It was like $90, and no fucking way I'm gonna get that. But I was able to pick this up for $25.99 Canadian, which I think is great price. I flipped through the book a few times, and it looks so good. I love Bill Sienkiewicz's work. Recently picked up, I believe, is it Stray Toasters? I picked up an issue of that. I believe he did that. Really cool stuff, amazing artist, and I just love the character of Daredevil, and I love Elektra, and I just cannot wait to finally read this, man. And I know, this is honestly, now I have, every Marvel book that I have on my shelf is Daredevil, Frank Miller shit. So, shout out to Dave Mazzucchelli, who he did Born Again with, and shout out to, who was it? John Romita Jr. I think they did one together, but I don't know, man. There's a decent amount of Daredevil Frank Miller shit I've not read, like the Klaus Jensen, like the run that he did in Daredevil. I've yet to get that shit yet, so eventually I will. But yeah, really good artwork in this, and can't wait to read it. Happy to have it on the shelf in the library here, the studio. Now this book, I almost bought this. There's 3 volumes. And I almost bought this maybe a year ago, and I didn't, and maybe there's a reason for that, but this is Volume 3, The Mythology of S. Clay Wilson, Belgian Lace from Hell. This book is phenomenal. I've actually already had an opportunity to go through this entire book, sitting on the back deck with my fucking wife. We smoked a joint, went through this whole book. There's so much good artwork in here. If you're a fan of S. Clay Wilson, or if you're a fan of underground comics, if you're a fan of just wild, what most people would probably consider ultra offensive artwork, man, zombie pig women sucking off dicks of pirates, and it's crazy, man. This stuff is phenomenal. S. Clay Wilson. I'm not really gonna bore you with the details, but there's so many there's tons of art, but there's some crazy fucking articles in here, and there's photos of Wilson with Spain and Robert Crumb, and I'm so stoked to and we've already talked about scanning a few of these images and hanging them in the house. So shout out to my wife, she's a fucking real one, And real quick, I never get a chance to show these off, but my Uncle Mike was here tonight, and I was showing him a bunch of my underground stuff, and I pulled out a couple of S. Clay Wilson comics. You know, big fan of Wilson, man. He's the man. He's probably, you know, out of the underground stuff, like the Zap shit is, like, I think for me, Crumb, Spain, Wilson, those are my top 3 heavy hitters, you know what I mean? It's basically like my Michael Jordan, my Mike Tyson, and my Wayne Gretzky of underground dudes. But yeah, you know, it was like, I got that, and I also ended up getting a bag of magazine bags and magazine backboards, because I have a shitload of stuff that I want to rebag and board, all my creepies and eerie's and my heavy metals and stuff. I want them to look nice on the shelf. And after I get that sorted out, and I think we're pretty much ready for a room tour. So yeah, it's getting there. And I know I've been teasing it for a long time, but I finally got the room. Like, there's so much room to walk around, but I do have an absorbent amount of marijuana drying in here, so it's hard to really do a room tour like that in this condition. So, you know, I appreciate everybody for watching, and it would be a disservice to myself if I did not mention I have a zine called Cinema 187 that is currently mostly out of print, although I'll just show what's in print. How about that? So here's what I got. If you want to get any of the Cinema 187s, I got 4 issues of Cinema 187, the number 4, which is the Video Nasties issue. I've got 4 issues of Cinema 187 number 1, and I've got 1 issue of Cinema 187 number 3, but this is a color cover but black and white interiors, so keep that in mind. There will be a discount on that. Other than that, I've got all the Filthy Ralphs in print, got Blood Drunk. You know, Blood Drunk, of course, is my most latest comic, which I worked very hard on, which I'm going to be doing a video showing the original art of this pretty soon. So if you want to support the channel in that way, please do so. And with that being said, leave a 666 in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.